Look at this.
Welcome to Homey Coffee, pure origin. Journey begins. The cherry hand-picked at peak ripeness. Roasted for depth, ground for flavors. Made for the homies. Order now.
Tell me about the morning fog roast.
Morning Fog is our signature light roast. It features delicate notes of jasmine and citrus. A perfect way to start your day gently. $22 per bag.
And how much does shipping cost?
We offer free shipping on orders over $50. Otherwise, it's a flat $5 rate nationwide.
Okay, so this isn't just another pretty vibe-coded website. This is a high-end voice interactive e-commerce platform that I built in like under 15 minutes. Like in my last video, we built this website of a coffee brand. It looked very premium, but it had like no AI into it. So it was just the UI UX front end and the back end. So like we are integrating this voice AI engine in today's video, and like most of the voice engines in the market are really trash. Like they have latency problems. Like, but today I'm gonna use a different tech stack that has like latency in like for 30 milliseconds. That is faster than a human blink actually. So most people are using 11 Labs or Cartesia, but for a production grade SaaS, those are too slow or like too expensive. But today I'm using Murf Falcon for text to speech. It is 5x faster and 4x cheaper than the market standard. Like it just costs 1 cent per minute. Literally. Like it also gives you instant access to over 35 languages, which is a massive differentiator if you're building for a global audience. And I'm using Google's Antigravity here to orchestrate a team of agents, like one for the WebSocket voice engine, one for the multilingual commerce logic, and one for like real-time cost efficiency dashboard. So hit subscribe for more such content and let's build this. So here's my website. Like if you want to know how I built this, you can see my previous video. That's a very pretty website, but in real world, pretty doesn't always mean profitable. Like to turn this into a production grade SaaS, we need to move past the vibes and start thinking about architectural logic. So to upgrade this coffee brand, we need to brainstorm specific voice AI features that actually add value to our business. So I'm opening Claude for this. Just type Claude in Google and just open Claude. I'm using Claude because of its reasoning for complex coding logic, and like it's currently top tier. I'm starting by uploading the original PRD of my project that we have built in our previous video. If you don't have a PRD of your app yet, just go to your code editor, show the AI your directory and just ask it to generate one. Back in Claude, I have uploaded my file and I'm hitting it with this prompt. I'm just pasting that in. Okay, let's just look at these results. Here, Claude has suggested everything like from voice activated shopping assistant, like you can see, interactive scroll and all. I'm picking the ones that truly resonate with the homey brand or the brand that I'm currently having. The digital barista for real-time Q&A and the narrated experience that stays perfectly synced to your scroll speed. I've asked Claude to package these into a feature document now. And like you can see, I've got this. Right now, this is just a wish list. Like most people would just start typing code here and hope for the best. But that is how you end up like with a buggy code and mess. So instead of that, I'm just copying this document over to Antigravity and I'm dropping it in and using this prompt. I'll just paste this prompt. I'll hit enter. So what this prompt would do, Antigravity is actually going out, checking the Murf documentation, verifying the code snippets, checking if that is actually doable. I'll talk about Murf and Murf's Falcon in like a minute or so. Before that, you might be wondering that, couldn't I just do this all using Claude or like ChatGPT? I'll give you a pro tip for that. Always use cross LLM verification. Like every model has a different brain and different training data. Like when one AI generates an output and another AI refines it, you get a much higher level of accuracy. Like it's like getting a second opinion from a lead or senior engineer. Okay, look at that. Antigravity has just generated a file called voice integration PRD. It's a markdown file. It contains like the WebSocket engine, the diagram, the state management for the audio, and like exactly how to hook into Murf Falcon engine. Now we have a machine and now we are ready to build. Before we write even a single line of code, we need to understand the engine that we are using. For any voice SaaS, there are three pillars, that is speed, naturalness, and cost. Like most developers default to 11 Labs or OpenAI, but if you're building a real-time conversational agent, you like hit a wall. They are either too laggy for a natural conversation or too expensive to scale. That is why we are using Murf AI new Falcon model. Falcon isn't just another text-to-speech model, it's literally an ultra-low latency API specifically architectured for voice agents. Like we are talking about 130 milliseconds time to first audio. To put that in perspective, that is faster than a human brain can process a silence, literally. So let's look at the interface now. I'm clicking on this text-to-speech Falcon. I have selected Matthew here, which is one of their most performing English voices. Just to listen this.
Our beans are sourced from the high altitudes of Ethiopia, then precision roasted to ensure a masterpiece in every cup.
Did you notice the prosody? Like it doesn't sound like a GPS or a robot. Like it handles disfluencies and complex terms naturally. Later I'll show you about Carlos. It's their top tier Spanish voice to demonstrate how we switch language mid-conversation without any extra latency. Now for all the founders watching, just look at the pricing. Falcon is just 1 cent per minute. Like most competitors are 4x or 10x that price. That is the difference between a profitable SaaS and a failing one. Getting started is very easy. You just have to sign up. I have already signed up using my Google account, and here you get $10 of free credits to start prototyping immediately. I've used some of the credits. You generate your API key here in the dashboard. Just click here and you can monitor your usage in real time also. But here is where it gets very technical. We are not using a standard REST API. Like for a digital barista that we are integrating to our SaaS, we are implementing WebSocket streaming. So unlike traditional APIs where you send text and wait for like full MP3 file to download, WebSockets allow us to stream audio byte by byte. Like the audio starts playing before the AI even finishes the sentence. This is a secret to that sub 150 milliseconds response time. So finally, I have pulled the Murf API cookbook from the GitHub. You can just go to GitHub and find it. I have put down link in the description. This contains the ground truth code for handling audio buffers and sample rates. I'm downloading this and taking this entire repository of GitHub and the documentation and feeding it back to Antigravity. I just want my AI agent to be an expert on Falcon before it writes even a line of Next.js. Let's go back to the IDE and like build the machine. What most people do is they use AI like one prompt at a time. I'm going to the agent manager here and spawning a small workforce like to build this out in parallel. I'm assigning agent 1 to the heavy lifting. I'm pasting this prompt basically. And while agent 1 is architecting the audio pipeline, I'm spawning agent 2 to build the digital Barista UI in like Barista overlaid or TypeScript. It needs a floating mic button with a like framer motion loop that mimics an audio visualizer when the user speaks. So I'll paste this prompt to agent 2. You can get all these prompts and everything in the description below. And finally, agent 3 will wire up the logic. So I'm pasting this prompt in agent 3 here. Okay, watch this. You can see the entire application functionality being scaffolded at once. I'll get everything to the inbox here. I can just accept everything here. Okay, it's all done, the coding and everything. And here I got some problems. I was monitoring the code agent 1 generated in this file use falcon.typescript and caught a critical browser constraint. So browsers don't allow the audio context to start automatically. Like if I had left it as is, the voice would never have played. So what this means is that if a person don't interact with the website, such as by clicking, the audio won't start playing. So this is actually due to a browser security policy. So what I have done is I quickly fixed the function. I made sure that this function runs strictly inside a mic click event. So like without a user gesture, the browser blocks audio with a user gesture warning. Plus, I also created a button before the animation starts so that the user clicks on that first and then goes to it. I'll show you that in the demo. I'm telling you that if you're ever working with voice agents or will be working with voice agents, make sure you get this done. Then I spotted some minor issues in the terminal. I just gave everything to Antigravity and it fixed everything out. After that, the engine is connected, audio scheduling kicked in and the system went live. Now let's go more technical. I'll quickly explain how the code actually works before the demo. So if you open this file, use falcon.typescript, this is where the magic actually lives. Like the key function the agent built is this one, schedule audio chunk. So most text to speech apps wait for an entire MP3 file to download before playing anything. We don't do that here. Like instead we decode base 64 audio chunks into 32-bit floating point arrays on the fly. So we take those raw audio bytes and push them directly into the browser's audio context buffer. This variable you're seeing, next play time ref, is very crucial. It queues the next chunk at the exact millisecond the previous one ends. Like that's how we get the continuous audio streams with like zero gaps. Now over in Barista overlay.typescript, this file, this is where the conversation logic actually happening. We are using the native browser speech recognition API to capture my voice. Once we get the text, we calculate the response locally. So for this demo, I have hard coded the responses to guarantee zero latency, but you can just plug any LLM in here also. And this is the final piece. We call this function speak AI response that triggers the WebSocket message to Murf. And because we keep the connection open inside this file, use falcon.typescript, we don't need a new handshake every time. Okay, let's move on the application or the demo that we all are waiting for. I'll write npm run dev in the terminal and hit enter, and then here's the local host link. Okay, look here, I'll click on this enter experience button because it will establish the connection. Look at the narrated experience.
Pure origin.
Like as I scroll from
Journey
cherry to the bean, like the audio triggers instantly.
Roasted for depth, ground for flavor.
There is zero dead air while a
Make the
traditional
homes
API would
order
still
now.
be loading. Like this is that 130 milliseconds latency in action. Now let's talk to the Barista. I'm going to show you how Falcon handles real-time pressure. I'll click on this button. Okay. Hey, tell me about the tasting notes of the morning fog.
Well, the morning fog is a masterpiece of complexity. You'll notice bright notes of lemon and floral hibiscus.
That sounds intense. Is it high in caffeine?
That's a great question. Actually, because it's a light roast, it retains a bit more caffeine than our darker blends. It's perfect for a morning kick.
Okay, how does it compare to the Ethiopian Sidamo we saw earlier?
The Sidamo is much more floral, almost like a tea. The morning fog is more buttery and citrus forward. It depends on your mood.
It is responding extremely fast. Okay, I'll talk it with a different language. I'll switch the language from here in the navbar from EN to ES, that is English to Spanish. It is because Falcon supports over 35 languages, so we can just scale this globally in like one click. Okay. Prensa Francisca.
Soy el barista digital. Pregúntame sobre nuestros tostes.
We can integrate the Gemini or any LLM to our voice agent and like can put a knowledge base that has information about the brand, about the company, about the coffee products, etc. And like after that, it will become literally unstoppable and super personalized. Like right now, I've hard coded some lines for only the demo purposes, but in future we will definitely do that. So that is how you move from a pretty front-end vibes to production grade AI engineering. Like we didn't just generated a site, we architectured a low latency voice system using Murf Falcon and orchestrated the entire build with Antigravity. Like if you're also ready to stop building toys and start shipping real systems, I have put the link to Murf AI in the description below. Head over there, grab your API keys and start building with Falcon. Like you get free credits to start, so you can have no excuses. I have also linked my custom SaaS PRD template and the system prompts I use in this video in the description below. So just let me know your thoughts in the comments about this workflow and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.